In this section, we're going to go over the information that you need to know and ask the broker when you're calling on a load. Now, when you first calling on a load, these are the things that you're going to need to know when calling or before calling. The origin, where the load is picking up from. Now, before you call a broker about a load, you need to know where your truck is stationed at that moment, or where would the truck be leaving from. When you booking a load, you would book the load within a 100-mile radius of wherever that truck is. Destination. When you book the load, you already know the destination far as where the truck needs to go. So say the truck is in Elizabeth, New Jersey at this point. We'll book a load within a 100-mile radius of Elizabeth, New Jersey. And let's say the truck is going to Charlotte, North Carolina. That means within the 100-mile radius of Charlotte, North Carolina, if we can't find a load going straight to Charlotte, we know within a 100-mile radius of Charlotte, North Carolina will be the destination. All this you would know before booking the load. You also would know the type of trailer that the driver's carrying. Whatever the type of trailer the driver's carrying, you know that's the type of load you need. Now, if the driver has a van, you know you need a van load. Because a van cannot carry no reefer load because it doesn't have a reefer unit on it to keep the load refrigerated. But if the driver's in a reefer, if he's in a refrigerated trailer, he can carry a van load if the shipper allows it to be loaded on a reefer. A lot of cases they do, some cases they don't. But when you're looking on a load board, you will see van or a reefer under some loads. That only means that it's a van load, but it can load on a reefer. So that's important. You have to know the trailer type that your driver is using. Make sure you know the trailer type that your driver is using. The temperature. If he's in a reefer unit, you need to make sure of the temperature of the load. And you need to make sure that you know the temperature that the driver is using. You know that he can handle it. Because you don't want to do no load where, say, for example, if the load was negative 20 and the driver's trailer only goes 30 degrees and you never check with the driver. You need to know this information. Also, the weight. The weight is important because you have to drive on the highway legal, gross weight, which is 80,000. You need to know how many pounds a driver could handle or is willing to actually carry before you book the load. Because you don't want to get a load that's 44,000 pounds, say, and he only can carry 42,000 in his truck. Or only willing to carry 40,000. You don't like carrying nothing over 40,000. You need to know this. Pallet count. Number 7. When you're on the phone with the broker, you can ask for the pallet count. The reason why this is important is if the driver's in a 48-foot trailer, there's only a certain amount of pallets he can hold, which usually between 22 and 24 pallets. If he's in a 96-foot trailer, 48-foot, 96 inches, he only can carry 22 pallets. But if he's in a 48-102, then he can hold 24 pallets. A 53 usually can hold anywhere from 26 to 28 pallets. A 53-102 can hold up to 28 pallets. Pickup date. You need to know what day the load needs to be picked up. So when you're booking a driver, you know he's available. Say right now is January 21st. I know the driver's available January 21st. So that's important also. Pickup time. You need to know when the driver's empty or going to be, estimated time when he's going to be empty in order to book him a load. This is all information that you need to know. Delivery date. You need to know when it's delivered. Sometimes when you booking, like say you booking a New Jersey to New Jersey load, a lot of the times you want that to go straight through. Sometimes you might be willing to hold it over to the next day. So these pieces of information is important. You need to know delivery time. All this stuff is important, especially when you're booking multiple drivers and multiple loads for that driver. You need to know this stuff so you know how to schedule your drivers' loads, or schedule when the driver is going to be empty or when can he deliver. You need to know all this information to coordinate your load. The rate. Rate is important too, because you want to make sure your driver get paid the most you can out of the load. So your negotiation game has to be there. You have to get used to negotiating the rate and knowing what that load should pay, so they can't cheat you. Because a lot of drivers is out here getting cheated because they don't know what the load pays. So make sure you know what the load pays. The rate confirmation. After you negotiate the load, you make sure they send you the rate confirmation with all the information you talked about on it. Sometimes they'll try to send you a rate confirmation with only delivery times, delivery date times. You need to know the pickup number. You need to know the exact weight is on this rate confirmation, because if you sign a rate confirmation and the exact weight ain't on there and you get there and it's something different, how you fighting that? You committed to something that wasn't on the paperwork. Now, you depending on the person you deal with, if your phone call's recorded, then you in a better situation. If the phone call's recorded, like they called you, they know your phone calls is recorded, then you can prove that this person said it was this. And you could fight it. But if you don't have no recorded conversations, you got to make them put it on the rate confirmation. Tell them you want to see everything that they're saying on the rate confirmation before you sign off. After that, make sure you get the driver instructions. Now, the driver's instructions is important because some brokers, when you go to book the load, when they send the rate confirmation to you, they're only going to send the city and the state where it's picking it up from. They do this because they want you to sign off saying that you're going to pick this load up before they give you their customers' information. They try to hide the customers' information so it ain't no steal. It's a cutthroat business. And they're trying to protect themselves from anybody who trying to steal their customer information so they can contact their customers. So driver information is important. Make sure that whenever you booking a load, you know all this information pertaining to this load beforehand, as far as where the driver needs to be picking up at and the destination and the type of the trailer. And then also make sure at the end, getting the rate confirmation, got all the information, and that you got the driver instructions so you can steer your driver in the right direction. And make sure that they might sometimes want to hold back the pickup number. Tell them that you don't let your drivers move without you having all the information. And this is all the information you will need to know when calling on a load. Now, let's go to the load board.